The 10th Guards Uralsko-Lvovskaya Volunteer Tank Division, also known as the Ural-Lvov Tank Division, is a tank division of the Russian ground forces and part of the Moscow Military District's 20th Guards Army. The division traces its heritage back to 1943, during World War II. It is headquartered and based at Boguchar, 160 kilometers south of Voronezh Oblast. Its complete formal designation is the 10th Guards Tank Ural-Lvov, the Order of October Revolution Red Banner, the Order of Suvorov and the Order of Kutuzov Volunteer Division in the name of Marshal of the Soviet Union R.A. Malinovsky. Reports indicate that the division has been reduced in status to a mobilizable base for the storage of weapons and equipment. During the 2009 Russian Ground Forces reorganization, in 2015, it was reformed as the first separate Ural-Lvov Tank Brigade. World War II. The people of the Ural districts took the initiative to create the Ural's Voluntary Tank Corps, which became an elite formation. 3 tank brigades and 1 motor rifle brigade and other military units were included in its structure. Colonel Vadim Sokolov oversaw the formation of the unit. On 28 March 1943, Major General Georgy Rodam took command. The formation was initially known as the 30th Uralsky Voluntary Tank Corps and was formed in April 1943 in the Ural Military District. Workers from the Ural tank factories were among its initial recruits. The corps has the distinction of being entirely paid for by the donations of the population of the Urals. This included its entire complement of T-34 tanks built by the Urals factories. The 23rd of March 1943 is considered the birthday of the 243rd Perm Tank Brigade. On the 1st of June 1943, units of the Corps were dispatched to the front line for the first time. The first action for the Ural's Volunteer Tank Corps was at Oryol, the counterattack on the northern side of the Kursk salient after the German defeat at the Battle of Kursk proper. Historian John Erickson wrote that, following a ragged attack by 11th Tank and 6th Guards Mechanized Corps by 4th Tank Army on the 26th of July 1943, during which both corps were heavily battered by concealed German tanks and assault guns. The next day, the 30th Tank Corps pushed in with a fierce attack, but the Tank Army covered only about 1 mile in all. On the 25th of October 1943 it was honored and renamed the 10th Guards Uralsky Voluntary Tank Corps. The corps then fought in battles at Bryansk, Lower Silesia, Upper Silesia, Proskorovo Kamenech Podolsky, Lvov Sandomir, and during the Vistula, Oder, Berlin and Prague offensives. On 16 March 1944, Major General Yevgeny Belov became the corps commander. On the 22nd of October 1944, Belov became deputy commander of the 4th Tank Army and Colonel Nil Chaprov replaced him in command. Chaprov was wounded on 10 February 1945 and replaced by Belov. The corps was awarded the Order of the Red Banner, the Order of Suvorov and the Order of Kutuzov. The division's 62nd Guards Perm-Keletsky Tank Brigade, which had earlier received an honorific name for Kyelche, was in addition awarded the Order of Bogdan Khmelnytsky for heroism shown in battle. The division finished the war in what is now Poland, and briefly became part of the Northern Group of Forces. Cold War. On 28 June 1945, the corps became a division at Krudym. The brigades became regiments. On 31 October 1946, the division was reduced to a mobilization tank regiment. All attached units remained but were downsized. In 1947, the regiment moved to Krampnitz, German Democratic Republic, and became a division again in March 1950. The division was one of the formations used to suppress the East German uprising of 1953. For good results in combat training on 16 June 1967, the division was named after Marshal of the Soviet Union Rodion Malinovsky, and on 21 February 1978 it was awarded the Order of the October Revolution. The 697th Separate Missile Battalion became part of the 448th Missile Brigade in September 1987. In June 1990, the division's 7th Separate Guards Reconnaissance Battalion was transferred to the 47th Guards Tank Division. The 47th S-112th Separate Reconnaissance Battalion replaced the 7th. At the time of its withdrawal from Germany in 1990, the division was equipped with 316 T-64BM tanks and 12 T-80B tanks. Composition in the late 1980s: 10th Guards Tank Ural-Lvov Volunteer Division, 61st Guards Sverdlovsk-Lvov Tank Regiment, 62nd Guards Permian-Koletsky Tank Regiment, 63rd Guards Chelyabinsk-Petrikovsky Tank Regiment, 248th Guards Donetsky Motor Rifle Regiment, 744th Guards Ternopil Artillery Regiment, 359th Guards Lvov Anti-Aircraft Missile Regiment, 112th Separate Reconnaissance Battalion, 152nd Separate Guards Communications Battalion, 131st Separate Guards Engineer Battalion, 127th Separate Chemical Defense Battalion, 1072nd Separate Material Supply Battalion, 60th Separate Equipment Maintenance and Recovery Battalion, 188th Separate Medical Battalion. Service in the Russian Ground Forces. The division was moved back to Boguchar in the Moscow Military District. The 6th Separate Guards Motor Rifle Brigade was withdrawn from Berlin, reorganized as a motor rifle regiment, and was garrisoned at Kursk. The 63rd Guards Tank Regiment was combined with the 6th Separate Guards Motor Rifle Brigade was combined with the Tank Regiment to form the 6th Guards Motor Rifle Regiment in 1997. In 2009-2010, the division was reduced to a weapons and equipment storage site and mobilization tank brigade. Most recently, the new formation has been named as the 262nd Guards Ural-Lvov Order of the October Revolution Red Banner Orders of Suvorov and Kutuzov Weapons and Equipment Storage Base, named for Marshal of the Soviet Union R.A. Malinovsky. In 2015, it was reformed as the 1st Separate Ural-Lvov Tank Brigade as part of the 20th Guards Army, still based in Boguchar. Subordinate units in 2006: 61st Guards Tank Regiment, Sverdlovsk-Lvovsky, 62nd Guards Tank Regiment, 6th Guards Motor Rifle Regiment, 248th Motor Rifle Regiment, 744th Artillery Regiment, 359th Anti-Aircraft Rocket Regiment, 112th Separate Intelligence Battalion, 152nd Separate Communications Battalion, 127th Separate Chemical Defense Battalion, 131st Separate Engineer Battalion, 60th Repair Battalion, 1072nd Separate Logistics Battalion, 188th Separate Medical Battalion, 689th Separate Electronic Warfare Battalion,